It was summertime again, and me and some friends were getting a little bored of renting out all the national park designated camping sites in our state. So for the first time, we embarked out into what we thought was untouched deep woods. My friend James pulled his truck over on the side of the highway, and we loaded up our overnight bags to embark on a night we all wish we could forget. We arrived in a clearing between some sets of trees and decided it would work to set up our portable bonfire and tents to roast some pork, chicken, and best of all, tofu wieners over the fire. Listen to some tunes and scare each other to sleep with some creepy stories around the fire. As we sat around the fire, with the music turned down just enough for us to hear each other, we heard some shifting and what sounded like human whispers beyond the trees. "Who goes there?" my friend Isaac yelled out in a goofy fake British accent. That's when we were met with countless glowing eyes through the tree line. Me and my friends all stared at each other, terrified, until James dumbly screamed, "Run!" scattering us all in different directions. I cut through tree branches and vines, tripping and falling the whole way until I reached another opening. But this one was too perfect, having that fresh grass smell like someone had gone over it with a lawnmower. The tree line again produced countless glowing eyes, swaying back and forth until they emerged. A pack of well-groomed wolves surrounding me, whispering to each other in English. "Eat, let's eat. Dumb dummies coming into our deep woods." When another light came through the tree line, but instead of glowing, it illuminated the entire clearing, taking out whatever wolf creatures appeared in front of me. Before hopping into James' truck and hightailing it out of there, I grabbed one of their collars, reading Human Experiment 14. Me and a group of friends made our way out into the deep woods through the park off the highway one night. The further we got, the more the sounds of the driving cars, planes, and even small wildlife sneaking by seemed to fade until we were walking in complete silence. We could only hear our own footsteps, and all of us enjoying this unique, unheard-of silence, kept our mouths shut, just living in the moment, when all of a sudden we heard a monstrous growl, unlike any animal any of us had ever heard. It startled us, and we quickened our pace, but the faster we moved, the more we seemed to anger the creature lurking around us. It got closer and closer until I felt a breath on my neck, which in retrospect, I think might have actually just been one of my friends. That sent me screaming, running. My friends followed me until we were completely lost. The more we walked in any direction, the woods seemed to morph and form together. As we looked around more, we noticed our friend Jake had completely disappeared. We refused to ever sit down and quickly moved in whatever direction the woods domain would allow us, whispering Jake's name in hopes to not startle the creature from earlier, until we came across an old caved-in cabin within a large tree clearing. As we went inside, we saw a skeleton in a rocking chair, wearing Jake's state championship jacket and sweats, along with his prized possession basketball shoes. I've tied this story to a pigeon, written on a piece of tree bark, in hopes that someone can find us in whatever universe we've ended up in here. There was an old shack in the deeper part of the woods around the town where me and my friends went to school. There were many rumors of an old family that lived there and how the father went crazy one day, slaying his family with his own two hands. We had been dumb enough to observe it from a safe distance in our younger years, but as we got older, the dumber we seemed to get. We had planned to go out on this fateful night and truly enter the home. As we walked through the woods, we all made eye contact with each other, one by one, hoping somebody would chicken out, giving us all an excuse to back out of this idea. However, our stubbornness stopped us, and we kept our subconscious thoughts of danger choked down until we arrived. We cracked open the front door, making our way down the main hallway as the whispers, not quickly, but instantly started, and the eyes of the family photos were moving, following us as we went by. We ran back in the same direction, but the more distance we ran, the farther the single-door exit got. Shadows appeared on the wall, quickly grabbing my friends, one by one, pulling them against the wall against their own will, until they would vanish into dust and quickly reappear as a shadow on the wall, with their whispers being added to the ones of the family I still hear today. One by one, my classmates disappeared until I was the sole survivor, ripping one of the photos off the wall and smashing a window, letting the moonlight creep in and myself creep out, jumping out that window with shards of glass scratching me and running back through the woods like a crazy person, re-entering society and humanity